Good morning here to all of you. It's good to have you today for our Scottish virtual session. Today we're going to be looking at a very interesting section, and I'm happy you're with me. So we're going to be looking at how we can transform customer experience in a power platform with OpenAI. Our focus today is going to be on the voice-enabled form filling, and we'll first discuss the use case. Why is this important? Then we'll look at some demos that will bring it to life. But before I start, let's look at this. I would like to say thank you to our sponsors. Proximo 3 is doing a very good job year on year. And our digital sponsors too, please. We appreciate you. And we're happy that we are doing this with you. So I'm Russell Jose Damali. I would like you to try the second one and let's say I'm a principal solution architect, especially focusing on Power Platform and Dynamics 365 CE. I am a mentor and coach for a lot of people. And for the fun time, I play long tennis. You should come take a shot of me one day. I have this mantra: you either solve it or solve it. Yes, either way, you gotta solve it. And we can connect on LinkedIn and do more. So for this session today, just look at the screen. We have many forms like this: account opening for some of my customers, account opening, insurance, even visa application. You see how long the forms are? So long. And when you look at these forms, you wonder, when will you finish filling this? Just look at the next picture. Ah, this upon this upon this. I find when customers see this, they get scared. They're not able to fill everything at a go. So they have to fill some, go and come. Form filling has been history and in present and is continuing to be there. We want to see how we can make the customer experience around form filling better for our customers. So today we're going to look at something that we can do. Even when it comes to Power Platform, forms can be as this. It can even be as beautiful as this. However, and what are you looking at is still Power Platform. And Tulu did this. Amazing work, Tulu. However, if the phone starts looking as nice as this, it doesn't stop them from getting afraid of filling the forms. We want to give them a different experience. They have to enjoy filling the forms. So this is what we're going to show them. Yes, the form can be as nice as ever, but these are some of the challenges that are there. There are many fields to fill. They need to enter the data that the customer or the provider already has. For example, my provider knows my first name and last name. However, in a form that I'm going to fill again, whether digital or print, they're still requesting for my first name, last name, and email. And the forms I showed you earlier, you wouldn't use at least 15 minutes to fill that form. You keep adding information, verify information, adding information, and the chain doesn't break. So we need a change to how we can engage our customers. And this customer engagement is going to be in finance, insurance, every industry. So the focus is, how then do we present these forms to them so that they are able to work with them? We are going to show you how to do that using a voice activated form filling. When I started working on it, it was just a dream, but reality came true. How is it going to work? We're actually employing some solutions. All right. So let me run through the solution. Let's see how it goes. This solution you're seeing here, don't worry about my diagram. What you're seeing here right now, I divided into the following: the voice, the test, and then something that perhaps is going to help you do. For the voice session, like I'm talking to you right now, The customer is going to speak to the form. No need to type anything. After speaking to the form, this voice is then transcribed into text. And we have some amazing technologies that are making this possible. One of it is Open AI Whisper, Azure Speech, and Deepgram. Yeah, that's Deepgram. There are many more out there. But for today, we're going to play around the whisper and then I said whisper, thinking of my cat, whisper and then Azure Speech. And we are not going to walk through how to set this up. We have Reza Durrani, a Prodana, everyone there online that are going to help us set it up. But for today, we are looking at how we're going to consume them. And then we'll come to the AI prompt, the ability to be able to use the voice, the text from the voice to fill your form. So this is the technology we are going to walk through. Let me show you a bit about the Whisper. So this is the Azure OpenAI. This is the Whisper technology I'm talking about. You can deploy it if you have Azure, and then you'll be able to consume it. This is a target URI. Okay. Now let's look at something in a bit. Imagine this is my environment, and what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to just look at something simple to collect the information and show you how we can consume the information. So first, what I need to add here, because our first thing here is what? The voice, the microphone. So I will need a microphone from our media. There it is. And to be sure I'm actually getting what I am saying, I'm going to use audio. Or where are you? Good. So I'm going to put the media of the audio as the microphone. The output of the microphone will now be this media. So anything I record, if I want to replay it back to be sure, I can just come here and replay it. And the next thing we're going to add is that we're going to add something that will be able to take the take the voice and then send it to the Whisper AI to then transcribe and give us a response. So in this situation, we're going to use a button to execute that. We'll come back to that very soon. Let me just give it a label and transcribe. Let's use that. Then from here, the next step is we'll add a test label to see exactly what has been transcribed for us. Okay, good one. So we're going to record the voice, and then we are coming to listen to the voice, transcribe, and see what it is like. But what we need, the main engine we need now, is a Whisper AI. Where is it? Let's look at the Whisper AI. To get a Whisper AI, let's look at this. First, we need to create a custom API. The idea of a custom API is this. The OpenAI is there waiting for you to consume. You need a way to get to it and bring it to your environment. First, it needs to be secured. So you provide a means of security, and then you can then consume what is on OpenAI. That's the beauty of it. So let me take you through that. The good thing is that we will not have to go through a lot of struggle to do that. So imagine I come to my Power Apps Make window. All I have to do is to come over here, more, come to Discover All. When I come down, you see Custom Connectors. I come into the Custom Connectors. Then, you can see the two I've created. But if this is your environment, you'd have to create a new connector. So when you come here, you create from blank, all right? And then when you create from blank, what are we going to get? Let's have a look at it. I'm going to show you this. Okay. Good. Now, this is just the icon upload, but things of interest to you will be this. It's selected scheme to be HTTPS for secure communication. The host is going to be api.openai.com. That's where we're going to consume it from. Other things of importance to us is where you get to select your authentication type. For this, we're going to use API key, which you can generate at a platform.openai.com. When you create your profile, you can get your API key from there. Now, from this, the next stage is to define what you need to do. You give it a unique code, you put in your request, just look at our URL that we are going to be consuming. api.openai.version1 of audio. Then we are not looking at translation, but we're looking at transcription, as you can see over here. The content type we are working with is going to be test, because we want a test in return. And then from there, we go ahead. You can edit the Swagger editor and make sure all your parameters are right. Reza Durrani has this on GitHub, so you can check it out. Okay. Now, this is the custom API we are coming to consume into the app. Okay. All right. But before we continue, let's see how this works. My demo fans, are you there? Please, fingers crossed, as I'm going to test this out and see how it works. The goal of this is I'm going to record an audio, and in recording the audio will be transcribed to fill the form you are seeing. It's just a client application form I created just to demonstrate this. The fields of interest to us are the client's name, the email, the phone, the gender, and the location. Okay? I'll come and explain to you how Whisper does this at the background. Now, I'm going to record the audio, and then we take it from there. Now, let's go. So for the recording of the audio, here it goes. I'm filling this form. My name is Peter. My email is peter@microsoft.com. My phone is 2222. I'm a male, that's my gender. And my location, I'm in Scotland. So that is my audio I have recorded. So what we'll do is that from here, we're going to send this audio to the engine for it to be transcribed. And let's see if when I click on fill for me, it's going to populate this. Let's see how it works. My demo fans, where are we? Let's see. There it is. I talk to the form populates this for me beautifully. So as you can see, client name is Peter, email is peter@microsoft.com, phone is 222, gender is male, location is Scotland. I've been able to talk to the form and have it transcribed. So you can imagine the forms I showed you earlier with 50 fields, 60 fields. We'll get to a time where this technology is going to be perfected. We're not going to even have lag time like we had. So as I'm talking this way, the AI is taking what I'm saying, getting the key phrases out of it, using the technology called the entity extraction, and then using that data to fill the form for you on your behalf. You don't have to do typing anymore, no more typing, but just talk to it. And this is what we have just demonstrated to you. So what we just demonstrated here, this is the Whisper technology that made this possible. Now, let me show you this in a bit. We spoke of how to create a connector. Good. When we are done creating, when you look in our flow, let's look at the flow again. From the Whisper connection, where it collects my audio and transcribe it, the OpenAI prompts now comes to the rescue, take the audio that I have just recorded and then understands which field is which. You notice I said my name is. OpenAI knows that as soon as I say my name is, I'm introducing my name. You can change that to anything like I'm called this or I am this. So OpenAI model understands that that is your name. So we are going to look at that prompt. First, let's look at how we can gain access into that. So when you come over here into more, you see AI Hub. These are some pre-built models that are available for you to use. And they are on the Azure OpenAI service. All right. So if you don't want to play with a pre-built model, feel free to go to the Azure OpenAI and then you can use that as well. Now, from here, what we're going to do is this. We have the prompts, and the one I use for the sake of this demo is called extract information from text. All right. So the audio was transcribed into text, and then this AI prompt template was able to take that text and then identify the relevant entities in there that I need to fill my form, and then made that entity available for you to see. So when you come over here and select extract this, we're going to look at this AI prompt, okay? So this is the prompt, and we're going to look at the response. Let's play with this in a bit. So I'm going to give you a sample data. I will give it what I'm looking for in the data, and then we'll see the response. We'll play with one or two of them. Now, we already saw the account. So let's see how the account one works, okay? So a sample data is this. I am creating an account. My name is Russell. My mail I will use for the account is xyz at bbb.com. My phone is 343434. I am a male. Wait, what did I just type? I am a male. And then what else do we need here? We spoke about location. I stay in Ghana. Okay. So this is what I just put in here. What are we really looking for in this? We're looking for items like name. Let's say name. What else? Mail. What else? Phone. What else? Address. Okay. Then we're going to test this prompt and see how it will extract this information for us. Amazing. Do you see what's happening here? So the test I've given it threw away the chaff, the information that are not needed, but gave me something of importance to me. What is that? One, the study data says my name is Russell. My mail is xrz at bbb.com. My phone is 3434334. And my address is Ghana. Is that not it? Oh, I didn't add my gender. That's all right. So, can you think of some applications of what we are looking at right now? Be thinking about it. We'll come again. Let's look at some other example. So, okay, that's account opening. Which other one can we use just to demonstrate this? Let's use something related to insurance. Okay. So, because I have a big insurance firm that's I'm trying to help with the technology like this. So, I just got into an accident. My vehicle is a Toyota. Toyota Prado. I let's see what other information is it? The accident is serious. Oh yeah, that's all right. I just want to give you something more natural, like making the AI's work difficult. The accident is serious. It occurred in central London. Central London folks will come after me now. It occurred. Okay, it occurred on the 1st of October 2024. Is that enough information? Registration number of my car is 34. Why do I keep playing with 34? In fact, let me add something else. 7. All right. Now, what are we going to get out of this? Let's see. So I will need the location where the accident occurred, the asset that was affected, the date, the registration. Oh, sorry. That's just see what I'm doing over here. So, item to be extracted. I was rather typing in a label. Extracted. So the sample data is what we are talking about. Registration number. Why are we? Registration number. Is that right? And severity. So accident severity. Okay. Let's test this prompt and see. Fingers crossed. I've actually not done this. Whoa! Fantastic! I've actually not pushed this story before. This was just the location. When you look at it, look at it. Location is central London. The asset is Toyota Prado. The date on which this occurred is 2024, 1st of October. Registration number is 34347. Accident severity is serious. So I can imagine having this in a JSON format and then extracting. If you're working in a Power Platform, you can use Power Automate to parse JSON and get the individual values for the key value relationship here. Is that or I know Power Apps itself has a parse JSON in the Power Effects that I can use to extract the data, and then you're good to go. Friends, are you seeing some of the applications of this? When I looked at this, I spoke of form filling. That's the default one that we are working with. It can also be used for so many things. Now we are getting used to the chat environment where you can easily chat with a bot. Can you imagine how long it take to chat with a bot to fill all the 50 fields? The bot will be asking you question after question. You keep asking yourself, is this going to end? Questions after questions. You're not going to see the progress of this. You don't have to worry about that anymore. With this technology, you can use it to fill forms. If you are a Power user, you can use this in your Power Apps forms, or you can use it on your Power Pages. All right. So something I'm working on right now is how to use this technology on Power Pages. It's going to be amazing. because Power Pages for permit, form filling, application, account opening, things like that, we can use this technology to get it done. And we're happy to show you an update of this. So this is the prompt we've used for today. The other prompts available to you for you. Okay. If you feel like going through, please just come over here, come to all prompts. You see them over here. The templates are also here. Okay. And something that is of interest to many people is how to handle customer complaints. It's AI prompts are here for your consumption. So what we did is to show you this. The process, remember the process? You start with a voice, transcribe the voice to test using any of the technologies you see here. And then from there, you push this test to Azure AI prompt. Now, for those who are not familiar with the OpenAI Whisper, you're going to look at the Azure Speech. Okay, we built a flow, and this flow is working just like the AI Whisper. So I'll show you that in a bit. So the flow that we built is this. And this is how it works. After he receives the audio from after he receives the audio from Power Apps, what it does is this. It gives it to any of the convert file actions. Okay, then we are going to convert it from binary to this. Okay, the input file is this in this form. And we're going to make it an audio file. Okay, remember the one that we are getting here is being sent as a string, so we are getting it as a string, and then we'll convert it back to an audio file. Then we're going to use this. This you're seeing is the Azure endpoint we've created in Azure Speech. Let me show a bit of that to you. So when you come to your home, create resources, and you search for speech. Why are we? Good. Good. Thanks. So this is what we are talking about. This speech model. Okay. If you want to test it out, there's a free plan there. You can jump on and test this very one out. But the goal is you come over here, you create this resource, and then it gives you a specific endpoint. That is what we are interacting it here. Okay. So this endpoint is what we see over here. Be careful of the region as well. It's available in some regions and not in some other regions. Then we populated the headers. Okay. And then from there, it gave us a response. And the response it gave us is in this very format. So we're going to use the parse JSON to break it down into their key value chain. And then we'll get the response back to Power Platform. And that's what Power Platform is going to use to fill the forms. So let's look at that quickly. So as you see, the result of that flow is what we see in here. Okay. The result of that flow is what we see, and then you can use this to populate the field. So this is the response we get. Okay. And then this is the response, the flow that is sending the information out there. Okay. Now, what we get out of this is what we come to put it in a form, in a default fields. So the variable here is form fields. So form field name, form field male, form field location, the gender, and then the phone. Okay. So idea is this: push the information to Azure endpoint, the one handling this specific speech capability, and then Power Automate will take that, bring it down, and then get the specific values out of it for you. And then you can then use this to populate your form. So you can imagine if you have so many forms in there, you can do this individually for the comfort of the end user. I know this technology is not yet to perfection, but it's getting closer, closer to perfection. All that we need to work on now is how to reduce the runtime so that the turnaround time can be within seconds. So as I'm talking right now, I'm just transcribing, fill the email, the gender is male, the location is this. It's going to be amazing to see this technology out there. And very soon, you're going to jump on it. So this is what we are doing. We are trying to transform customer experience. And the customer experience here has to do with form filling. Rather than we using keyboard and typing it every time, you're going to use voice to fill in the form. Now, when I was preparing this, a question came to mind. What about different languages? Have you thought of that? Yeah, it was an amazing thing I thought of as well. Uh, I can only speak one international language, English. I'm learning French right now, like I would have done a demo for you. So my language barrier just saved me out of this. But this is the idea for that. What you can do with this is this. Remember this? Open Whisper has the capability to do the translation from one language to the other language. So if you are thinking about the language bit, all you have to know is that we'll introduce another step in here. And in this step, we'll have Open Whisper translating that block of language, either Chinese, Spanish, French, whatever the language is going to translate that and give you a translated text. And that's what you feed to the AI prompt, to the OpenAI service. Yeah, good to go. So you don't have any problem. I could implement that, but I will need somebody who speaks French or Spanish to come test it out. So if you really want that, reach out to me after the summit and then we can discuss that. So, friend, this is what we have for you about transforming customer experience using OpenAI technology, form filling, and we look forward to doing more with this. And finally, once again, I want to say thank you to our sponsors. Proximo 3, you're doing a good job. Proximo 3, you're doing a good job. And then the digital sponsors, we also appreciate you. Thank you so much. And do enjoy the Scottish Summit.